Eve and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. This is a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of June. Libra, this is probably the most powerful reading that I've done for the month of June. So I already pulled the cards here and done a 7-card layout. So the overall energy, Libra, is the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is Sun in Gemini, and at this moment we are in the Gemini time. There is a lunar eclipse happening on the 5th of June, Libra, and this is very poignant for you. This is a very, very strong reading. I find it very overwhelming, actually. I had to grab a cup of tea for it, but so the Ten of Swords is talking about possibly the last 8 to 10 years of your life. And the reason why I say that is because of this lunar eclipse. This lunar eclipse happened in 2012, in around the same time, the beginning of June. It's a Sagittarius lunar eclipse in Gemini, and Sagittarius is of higher learning. It's about spirituality. It's the beginning of spirituality, because this Sagittarius comes after the death card. The death card is Scorpio, and I feel with the Scorpio full moon that happened there back in May, this is talking about a final ending. But I think what it is the last 8 to 10 years of your life. You've been going through these Ten of Swords, having a very probably painful, or going back, what it is, you've been purging, releasing, all pain and negativity in your life, and it talks about the Ten of Swords is the death of God. And this is a very, very spiritual reading, but it's like the the higher being, whatever it is that you're you believe, whether it's God, whatever type of spirituality that you're in, that this has been happening to you for the last 10 years, because to release pain and suffering. And at the heart of the spread here we have is the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess talks about secrets, she's a very intuitive person. But the High Priestess, the only reason the High Priestess, not the only reason, but the reason why the High Priestess is intuitive, because they have, and this is for anyone that's that's to do with spirituality, they have silenced themselves, that way. They kind of been connecting with their intuitive inside their feelings or whatever. But as to the reason why, it's everyone has this High Priestess in them. Everyone has an their own intuition. And because I feel with the High Priestess, intuition is more about memories. It's a river of memories running through the High Priestess. There's a crescent moon here. Can talk about the new moon that we had recently in Gemini, but it's a river of memories. And what it is, they say that from your past lives as such, that you have all these river of memories, and it's just that you're tapping into it, but intuitively, like as they say, with your third eye or your crown chakra, you know, and you can see with the High Priestess that her crown chakra here, it's like that, you know, there's a crystal ball to her, so she's, you know, you've come through, you know, so much that now that you're just silencing, you know, yourself within. And what's crossing it here is the Ace of Pentacles, and I feel that this is going to bring in a brand new beginning for you. And it's not just only, you know, the Ace of Pentacles that says this, but during this time now you have is the Hierophant. Now the High Priestess and the Hierophant are a couple with spirituality. We have the High Priestess, and the Hierophant is known as the High Priest, but one uses, you know, one is intuitively, you know, drawn, and the other is the Hierophant, and it also talks about, you know, memories, but memories that have been taught to you about spirituality. So it would be what you've learned, you know, from institutions, from religious or spiritual institutions, what has been taught to you, and, you know, it's a higher learning as well. But with both, you know, I feel that there's a, you know, you're being given, you know, the key to opening up, you know, opening up to, like, you know, a new world. We have in the recent past, we have is the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a new beginning as well. So you have the Ace of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands talks about something that you may be passionate about. It also talks about work and career and that, but I just feel that this is a very spiritual reading, and I just feel that, you know, for some Libras, that it may be that, you know, you're getting focused into, you know, your career path or your life path, your spiritual path, you know, but it's a brand new start, and for whatever's gone on in the, you know, the last, you know, 8 to 10 years of your life, it's bringing you to this brand new start. And what's crowning the spread is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is, you know, a very spiritual card. It's the only card that, you know, there's no, you know, people in the cards, so it talks a lot about spirituality, but it also talks about, you know, messages coming in. Messages could be over the air, like, so most likely it's, you know, via the, you know, the internet or that, but I think what it is that whatever you're starting, you're going to have to get your message across here. You know, I feel like that you're going to be sending out messages to, you know, for whatever it is, you know, that's, you know, you've created. You're sending messages out, you know, for, you know, and you're going to be very, you know, it's very passionate, like, you know, the wands talk about, you know, passion and that. And I also feel, you know, this is going to, you know, be going on for the, you know, for the next 8 days, and I think within 8 days we'll have the first of the lunar eclipses to 8 weeks, and I think by the 8 weeks, you know, this eclipse season will be over. So this is starting, you know, you're going to have a lot of change, you know, coming in the next 8 weeks or whatever, but coming towards you here is the Judgment, and Judgment talks, you know, about an awakening, and I feel that because this reading is so, it's drenched in spirituality, that an awakening, is coming towards you, and it's beautiful. Now it can be, very intense, but it is beautiful, because an awakening, it's a new life, and this is what, that's going to come for you for the next, starting with the next 6 months. A brand new life is starting for you. And then we have the outcome is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is a get up and go, and you're going to go, this is going to happen, and you're going to be very passionate, as I say, about it with the wands card, and you're going to feel real good, this, because I feel in the last 8 to 10 years, you haven't been, at your highest potential, you know what I mean? But this, whatever's going to happen now, and over the course of the next 6 months, especially, there's going to be a lot of change in the next 8 days to 8 weeks. It's going to make it, feel great, feel really good. I also see here for some that let's see. Well, I feel for some as well, that if there's a partnership here, because, and it's this is very major, because it's in the major arcana. They're both major arcana cards, and major arcana cards talks about life force. With the minor arcana cards, they can talk about the day-to-day things, but this could be life changing, or it's very life force. But there is a relationship here. You have the and it's could be not, I don't really mean destiny, but because of the high priestess, it's like a perfect match. You have the high priestess and the high priest, and it's be a very spiritual connection. And so with these two, that's connecting them is the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel you may know this this person or that, and but I do feel that for some it could be there's engagement here, and even marriage. Most likely could be a sharing of keys, someone moving in. Yeah, so just disregarding the spirituality thing of it, you could have been, this talks about a final ending of something, but a new day is dawning, and it could be to do a new day is on, and you're going to be starting a new beginning that's very passionate to you, and it could be to do with your career, because it's going to bring in money, and you might be actually very surprised. It might take off very quick, and I just feel that it would be to do with money, because you have the King of Wands here, or to do with work, because you have the King of Wands. So you might actually start off very quick into a new business venture of some sort. It could be even a partnership here as well, because the Ace of Wands talks about new business, but it talks about a new partnership. So it could be even within the relationship, that there could be you could work together as well, you know, a team, and maybe starting a new, you know, business together as well. It could talk about that. Where are we? Yeah, so what else? Yeah, I think, but I know this, you know, this is the overall energy, and it's, you know, something ending in your life, and I feel that it's over the last 8 to 10 years, but and a new dawn is coming. And I just want to say at the end, I know this is corny, but it just came into my head, you know, and it says, you know that song, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And the final thing, because of the King of Wands, and I'm feeling good, and I feel that this is for you, Libra. I think you're going to have a new amazing start in your life. So thanks for listening. If you do like my reading, please like, share and leave a comment. Slán.